This is a video that demonstrates how to prepare images for uploading to Squarespace. So it's about looking at images that may be not the optimal size and resizing them to the correct size, and also making them, compressing them to make them smaller. So that'll speed up your uploads to the Squarespace website, but also it'll make it faster when your site visitors visit your site to look at the images. So let's have a look at a particular image. I'm going to open it in Photoshop. Okay, so within Photoshop, this is the image. It's an HDR image that I took of an oil processing ship that's up in Teesside. And what I need to do with it for Squarespace is Squarespace's maximum image width recommended is 2,500 pixels. So if I look at the image size of this, at the moment it's 4,000 pixels. So the width is what we're interested in. So I can set the width to 2,500. Click OK. Okay, so now I have a 2,500 pixel wide image. Look at it. Yeah. And now I need to save it. I'm going to the desktop folder called Image Compressed, and I'm going to save it in there. And I'm going to save it with medium quality JPEG. So that's 60% compression, they call it. So if I was going up to 100%, it would still be a large image. You can choose this yourself, but medium I find saves a hell of a lot of file size, and still gives you a really good quality image. There we go. So press this button here, and that has saved it. And if I go and look at that folder now, my image compressed folder, here's the image. Right, it's 697K in this folder. In the folder it came out of, it was 12 megabytes. So off the top of my head, that's roughly a 12th of, no, 20, a lot smaller. Okay, so that's how you do one image, and as you can see, it takes a little bit of time. You could do them if you were whizzing through them by opening and processing and saving out. Probably do it manually at about 30 seconds an image, maybe 45 seconds an image. There's a way of automating this so that we can batch process images. So I'll show you that within Photoshop from this. So I'm going to reopen the image from this uncompressed folder. There it is. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to record an action. So if I go to Window, Actions, and I go to create a new action, and I'm going to call this Squarespace Image Optimise. And then I'm going to click record. So now I can resize that slightly so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so I'm going to do what I did last time. I'm going to go image, and I'm going to change its size to 2,500 pixels wide. And then I go to File, Save As, and I'm going to save it into the desktop, image compressed folder, save, medium compression again, do that, and then importantly I'm going to close the image, because what we're going to do is a batch and we don't want to leave all the images open in Photoshop. So close the image, okay, and then I can go to my action and I can stop recording. So now I have in my actions folder, I'll make this big again so we can see it. Basically, the Squarespace image options, image size, save, close. Now then, what I'm going to do with that is I'm going to build a what's called a droplet. So if I go to File, I go to Automate, I go Create Droplet. Then I'm going to create a droplet. I've done one before, so it's going to be called Squarespace Image Compress. And the default actions is going to be using my Squarespace Image Optimise action. And I suppress file open option dialogues and color profile warnings just to stop any intermediate little warnings slowing everything down. I don't need to do anything with destination because we've already decided which folder it's going to save things in. And I click on OK. Now then, I can close Photoshop, and if I close this window, oh, I've got an image in there. Okay. So we'll just have a look. You can see my droplet that I created is here, And what I'm going to do is I'm going to select all of the images from my uncompressed folder, and I'm going to drag them onto the droplet. And what happens is Squarespace opens, Photoshop opens, and it applies my script, my action script, to every one of the images. So every single image is being resized to 2,500 pixels wide and then being saved out with compression. And they originally were 280 megabytes worth of images here, so let's have a look. Maybe there. Some of these are huge. Right, so that's done it. I can now close Photoshop again. Okay, so the original images, just view this as large icons. So the original images here, there are 27 items, 280 megabytes. If I go to here, there are 27 items, 33 megabytes. So that's almost a tenth of the size of what they were. So you can see that using the Photoshop Droplet is a way of speeding up your optimization process, but also it massively reduces the file size, which speeds up how quickly you can upload the assets to Squarespace, and it also means that Squarespace can serve out more, better optimized assets on your website, which means that your website will run faster. Win-win.